What's going on, guys? TTL here. Going to be going over my top three MLB picks for today, which is Wednesday, September 18th, 2024. Still on vacation, still at Disney, so I do apologize for missing the upload yesterday, but I'm still trying to make these videos here, still partnering with my boy, Toucan Sam. That's what it looks like anyway. It's not him, but it's his twin brother. So he's gonna be actually the one that gave me the picks today. So if it loses, it's on him. If we go 3-0, it's on me. So just remember that, guys. But I do want to just appreciate all the support, guys. That's the reason that I'm making these videos, even when I'm on vacation, is because you guys support me through thick and thin. The good days, the bad days, the huge loss streaks, the huge win streaks. We went like 35-0 last December, where we just kept on killing it. So I really appreciate you guys. Let's keep on crushing. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. And yeah, let's get into our top three MLB picks. So we're going to be using Outlier for our research today. And I do want to give you guys the top three props, or not, sorry, the top three money line sportsbook bets from predictiveprofits.ai. It's a website I created using an algorithm, guys. $119 a month usually, but if you use code TTLCFB, you get a 7-day free trial and you get half off your first month. But here's the top three bets from that today. It's betting 1 unit on the San Francisco Giants money line at plus 134. According to it, they have a 58% chance of winning, but an implied probability of only winning 42% based on the odds. The second pick is going to be the Pirates. They actually only have a 49.8% chance of winning. It's like a coin flip, but the odds are way too good for a coin flip, plus 174. Go ahead and take that one. And the third is going to be the Royals money line. It has them with a almost 57% chance of winning with an implied probability of 47%. So those are the top three bets from the Betting Predictor today. And really quick before we do get started, I do want to mention, guys, you can use code TTL on Sleeper. Sleeper is an app I've been using a lot more of recently. I absolutely love the Sleeper app. It's the originating app, pick'em app, for the multipliers on each prop, like 1.4x for this prop, 1.45 for that one, etc. So it's kind of similar to a sports book in that aspect, but it's a pick'em app. It's legal in most states, and they actually have an Aaron Rodgers free square for Thursday Night Football tomorrow, going from 214.5 passing yards all the way to zero point 0.5. So you can go lock this in. It's a $20 max entry, and you'll get a 100% deposit match up to, I believe, $250 when you use code TTL at sign up and when you make your first deposit. So again, guys, make sure to use code TTL on Sleeper, and let's get into today's picks. So the first pick I'm going to give you guys is actually going to be a pitching outs. And the reason I'm going to give this one first is because it is a goblin. Now, it's a very high multiplier goblin. So instead of like the normal 1x multi that they would have on by default, let's say, it would be like 0.85, 0.9. So it's not too far off of a normal prop. It's just a goblin because 17.5 pitching outs is something he should hit. But we're going to take Bailey Obear over 17.5 pitching outs. And like I said, so if we took this with a normal prop, you're still going to get a 2.5x in a perfect lineup. So you're still fine. But Bailey Obear over 17.5 pitching outs. I am loving this today. And let's go ahead and go over to Outlier, click on MLB, and search him up. And guys, I do want to apologize for the microphone quality, the camera quality, all that good stuff. I'm on a laptop. I am just making these videos while out on vacation. So if that doesn't deserve a thumbs up, I don't know what does. But Bailey Obear over 17.5 outs right here. We can see he's gone over this in 9 of his last 10. And in 2024, he's went over this in 68% of games, 19 of 28 games. He has a median of 18 and an average of 17.3. And we can see over his last like 20 games-ish, he's gone over in 14 of 20 and he's just been crushing it lately, man. He's going to 6 innings pitched, which is 18 pitching outs per game, and he's exceeded this in 14 of his last 15 games. We can take a look at his stats overall, and he just absolutely crushes it on this right-hand side down here. And then we can take a look at Cleveland's batting versus right-handed pitchers, and over their last 30 games, they're averaging a .243 batting average, which is 18th in the league. And then they're over this season, they're averaging a .235 batting average, which is a bottom 10 team in the league. So I'm really loving this spot for Bailey Obear versus the Guardians. Let's lock in the over 17.5 pitching outs, and let's move on to play number 2. And the last 2 picks of today, the second and third pick, are both going to be strikeout picks. The first one is going to be Spencer Schwellenbach over 5.5 pitcher strikeouts. And I absolutely love this prop. Schwellenbach has been looking great this season, and he's versus the Reds, who tend to strike out quite a bit. So let's go ahead and pull up the stats here. Spencer Schwellenbach over 5.5 strikeouts. Over the last 10 games, he's went over this in 8 of 10. He's only went under versus the Phillies, where he got 2, and then the Blue Jays, where he had 3. In 2024, he's gone over this in 12 of 18 games, a 67% hit rate, with a median of 6.5 strikeouts per game and an average of 6.28. So both of those are over his original line. He's going an average of 5.5 innings pitched, so you can assume 5 or 6 innings today based on his averages. And he's exceeded this in 12 of his last 15 games, which is just phenomenal. Let's go ahead and take a look to the Reds. Over their last 30 games, have a 24.2% strikeout rate, which is a bottom 10 team, 21st out of 30th. And then over the season long, they actually have a 24.9% strikeout rate there. Just absolutely loving this prop for us today. They're 27th out of 30th for MLB teams' strikeout rates. So let's go ahead and lock this in for Spencer Schwellenbach. And let's move on to our third and final prop of the day today. And this is going to be one that some of you may not like, but I'm loving it. It's such a low number. And it's going to be Austin Gomber over 3 pitcher strikeouts versus the Diamondbacks. Now, the Diamondbacks could be a little rough on him, but the way he's been playing this season and the way he's been playing lately, right? My recency bias on him is a little bit high because recently he's been going over this like every single game. Let's go ahead and take a look at it, though, and search him up. So Austin Gomber right here, apply over 3 strikeouts. We can see over his last 5 games, he's went over in all 5. Last 10 games, he's went over in 9 out of 10 with an average and a median of 4.5 strikeouts per game. And we can take a look in his last 20 even. He's went over this in 14 of his last 20 and 3 pushes as well. So 17 out of his last 20 games. An 85% rate of at least pushing, but also cashing. So pushing or cashing. In the head-to-head matchup, he's went over in 3 out of 5. He's pushed in 1 out of 5, and he only went under in 1 game versus the Diamondbacks. In 2024, he's went over this in 64% of games, 18 of 28, and that's not including the 5 pushes. So 23 of 28 games, he's pushed or went over. And when we take a look, he's going 5 or 6 innings per game. Today's versus the Diamondbacks. And again, guys, the Diamondbacks, they are a good team. They have a 20.1% strikeout rate this season, which is 6th out of 30th. Over their last 30 games, they have a 19.6%, which is in the top 5. Very similar to their 2024 stat, though. And when we take a look at Gomber, he's in the bottom percentile for starting pitchers this season with only a 17% strikeout rate. But I'm just really loving this matchup. He's been going over in almost every single game. And even with a 17% strikeout rate, when your line is literally 3, it's hard to pass up on. You could take the Goblin at 2.5 just if you want to get rid of push potential. And we can look at the alt lines. If you did over 2.5, that sets him at going over 82% of time this 82% of the time this season, and an 85% of the last 20, like I was mentioning. I'm just loving this. I'm willing to risk the push potential. If he pushes, I'm still happy. I didn't lose anything. If he doesn't push and he ends up getting 4 and going over, I'm super happy. So I'm willing to risk the extra and not take a goblin here and just take his 3 strikeouts. So let's crush it today, guys. If this does bump to 3.5, don't take it. If Schwellenbach bumps to 6, you can still take that. It may just push. That's fine. All it does is add push potential. Typically, my rule is if it goes from a zero point 0 even number to a 0.5, that's when you stop taking it because you no longer have push potential. Sorry for the background noise. My girlfriend is getting my daughter ready for the day at Disney. But I do appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching the video. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.